we want fucking full nudity.
I'll send you some.
Those are Green Day socks?
Yeah. Billy Joe's wife.
Probably gonna interrupt our filming.
Hey, Flo. Well, he knows both of us. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I might come up with a couple. But you have a good. You can have a good. Do you want to have like a conversation going?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But you know, she see her talk this way,
Yeah.
face down.
Those socks are gay! Right, here we go. Oh my god, it's so cold. I'm sorry.
I can put it to be in my website. You know, we'll use it for
so,
something.
So how did you guys meet?
My first memory of that is when there was a radio station sponsoring a Ramones show in Hartford, Connecticut, and it involved some kind of contest, and so I was told that there was this unbelievably beautiful, angelical little girl, all dressed in pink, in the audience, walking around. So I thought that the radio station had hired her to promote the radio station, you know, just to be like, you know, a presenter or something, because she looked so unbelievable, you know. It was like...
I was only 15.
It couldn't be just natural, just normal that a girl like this is around, you know, wearing those kinds of colors and looking like that. I thought it had to be a radio station gimmick. And
I was just trying to look older.
so I think I went backstage and told the band, said, you have to see this girl out there. I mean, she must be from the radio station because she looks incredible.
I look like Pam Anderson.
And I described her as, what was it, a prepubescent pink power punk. Something like that. She was dressed in hot pink and plain on blonde hair.
I would never wear pink again.
And I think that's the day we met.
Yeah.
But you had nothing to do with the radio station,
No,
right?
I don't even know what, I didn't know there was
Yeah.
something going on. I just, you know, I wanted to meet Joey because I saw him in rock and roll high school and I thought he's so sexy. The way he eats that pizza and those lips. Oh, I had to have him. I had to have him. I was like, I have to have that guy. Oh. And I didn't want him to know how old I was, so I was telling everybody I was 19.
So you met him that night?
Yeah. He liked me. I mean, huge boobs, blonde hair, lots of cleavage showing, trying to look older, you know. Kind of
You
easy.
couldn't look old. I mean, you were so perfectly, you know, angelical. You probably looked 13.
Oh my God. Well, that's even more perverted then. They like me then. You know, guys, as long if you have a big rack, guys don't mind how old you are, and they don't even ask. You know, they don't ask. They just assume that you're old enough. You know.
Did you stuff a lot of stuff in?
No,
Oh, okay.
I didn't need to. And if you ever meet my daughter, who's 18 now, you'd see that it's hereditary. I'm so glad she's not going backstage and meeting bands. But yeah, that's when we first met. And then I got to sit on the soundboard with Artie, the lighting board, soundboard, whatever. And I've seen them like over 100 times. I'm pretty sure in the 11th and 12th grade, I never ever was in school on a Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wherever they were playing, I was there.
And then you got them to play in your high school, right?
That's right. Well, not in my high school, but I begged Joey to play in my little hometown, Ellington, Connecticut. Cows, cornfields, nothing going on, nothing. And there was this restaurant bar called the Country Squire. And it was 84, the spring of 84, and Richie was on drums. And he agreed to do it. And nobody in my high school believed me that they were coming. And the fact that they were 2 hours late. They were supposed to be there at like 7 or 8 or something, and they were 2 hours late, and everybody's like, you fucking liar, and you're not dating Joey, and the Ramones aren't coming, you're so full of shit. And then they got pulled over by the police. The Connecticut police are like the worst. They're like Nazis, really bad. They searched the Ramones van and couldn't find anything, thank God. And that's what took them so long. And then they blew the fucking roof off the place. And Joey is so tall that his head was actually hitting the roof on stage. And then during the break, they came out and they were like out in the parking lot, and there was cornfields everywhere, and they're like, "What is this place?" You know, they've never seen a place like that, and you know, it was really funny. My high school, of course, I was a hero after that. They were like, "What?" And they still talk about it. The place is called, then they changed it and called it Chipino's, and now it's called something like All Star or something, I don't know, but...
What is it, a restaurant?
Yeah, it's still a restaurant bar. They have karaoke every Thursday, and they have pool tables there. They still talk about when the Ramones played there, and I would love to have a video of that night. It was really a rock and roll high school night. It was really great. Okay, Joey read my Ramones chapter, and he's so fucking sweet. You know what he said? He said, "Be a little easier on Johnny. It's okay, I like it, but you're too mean to Johnny. Be nicer to Johnny, and it's okay."
Wow, Joey said that?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, because I ripped him a second asshole, of course, in the chapter, but you know, Johnny was never really that friendly to me, so well, I'm not gonna schleim, I'm not gonna brown nose. But Joey said, "Please be a little bit nicer to Johnny," so I changed it a bit. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that is.
So yeah, we kept in touch per email up until the end, but I didn't really see him much, because then he was dating this Asian girl towards the end. I mean, he told me he was. He was doing voice lessons, and I don't know if she was giving to him or
Japanese.
Japanese
Lisa,
woman.
yeah.
I met her once.
Yeah.
She was half the size.
She was half his size.
And twice as crazy.
Okay. But they were looking for jewelry down in the... Like I met them in Greece, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They were looking for jewelry in the hotel lobby, like wedding rings.
Oh, I'm glad that didn't happen. No, I'm sorry, but kind of a sour grapes thing. Jealous. I never met her.
I don't think Joey was that serious about her.
Did not like Angela, and Angela did not like me.
Who's Angela?
Angela, Joey was dating her for... When I met him, he claimed he was single, but she was somehow backstage once in a while, and we were like, she was this older, she seemed really old to me, but then again, I was only 16, 17. And she was there, and I don't know.
She was Joey's last girlfriend.
Anytime there was a show like in the city, she was there. And they tried to push me off as Richie's friend at the moment, you know, like, oh, that's Richie's friend.
Oh.
But she was always trying to, you know, get him to marry her.
Yeah, they broke up when she gave him an ultimatum. Either get married or it's over. And Joey said, all right, it's over.
Mm.
But then, of course, you know, they separated for a little while, and then, of course, she came back, and they remained friends until the end. Because he actually went, I think, got married to somebody else. Anyway, she had a daughter who Joey really loved at the end. He really loved that girl.
Mm.
I have a picture of Joey holding my daughter when she was 6 months old or something at the Deutschlandhalle show.
Oh, yeah.
Was it like in 89 or 90? I just moved to Berlin and the Ramones played. I think it was November 89. It wasn't November 89, it was right when the wall came down.
Yeah, we were here.
Uh-huh. And I brought Jasmine backstage to the Deutschlandhalle and I have a picture of Joey holding her like really awkwardly. Yeah.
It must be an exciting times back then, right? You go in, you know, when the wall just came down.
Yeah, it was really, I didn't get to experience Berlin before the wall,
Yeah.
really.
Mm.
So I was there the night it happened. I was taking pictures
Oh, really?
up to the wall. It was really crazy. Yeah. I like those for Forrest Gump. You know how he was always everywhere at the right time? Yeah. I feel like the Forrest Gump of rock and roll, you know. It was fun. People look at me and say, how the fuck old are you? You've been there? You were there? You were there?
What did you do, my hand?
Yeah. I'll put you on your back to do your head. I like to do hands when the person's laying on your back. So anytime you want to flip over,
Alright.
let me know. Okay?